So, what happened behind closed doors happened behind closed doors. That was nice. Time to leave. Tricks, you're advised to get your butts out of there as early as possible in most cases because you really can't afford to stay at some of the rates some of you people can't. If you can, hey, you know, your hour starts the first second that hour starts. So if you're going over your time, you need to keep that in mind. And you also need to keep in mind that a rip might be scheduled and can't go over that time. Cannot go over that time. So therefore, you're cutting into that rip's time, and that could also be subject for financial dispute. Okay, security clearance. Once again, you're done. The rip makes the phone call to security. Security comes down, checks the room, sees that the rip is not harmed, is alive, is not dissatisfied, does not look like it's been hurt in any way or form. He or she's been hurt in any way or form. Security clears. Let's get this trick out of here. There's going to be quite a few special notes here. This is just some of them. Special notes will include, from that point, the trick. The trick, even though the trick is done early, the trick has an option. Does the trick want to hang out in that room like I was saying a moment ago? Or does the trick want to leave that room early, even though you maybe have 30 minutes left, go down into the lobby in that 30 minutes and use one of the pop-in access computers down there to go ahead and record their dispositions, because even if the trick is hanging out for 30 minutes looking for another date, maybe the trick's in a mood that night, wants some variety, wants a couple of dates, whatever. Well, they still have to record that disposition in between each date because they cannot do another transaction until that flip head is on it. And so they're going to have to get on that flip head too. Hey, flip head, man, you got to go ahead and record your disposition on our date. Make sure that everything was cool so that I can get on my access in your lobby and order myself another one of your fine rips or rips. Okay, they all must complete a survey before they go on a date. I just said that. Each flip is required to have at least one computer right there at the check-in point for the flip's head, right there at the front door. I don't care if it's right there next to the front door. They have to have one. They have to have up to 3, preferably more, in the lobby, so that these tricks, as well as gals waiting in the lobby or gentlemen waiting in the lobby, the rips, can make arrangements, because all arrangements, no matter what, have to go through the pop-in. So they might sit there and talk and chat back and forth, but ultimately, even in the lobby aspect, they have to get online, go to each other's accounts, do the quick confirmation. The whole thing will take them like 5 minutes. Hey, we're going to do it, and then they can go out and have their little second date or whatever the case might be. That would go for how we had handled walk-in customers as well. We know a lot of casinos, for example, might have some vacationers that just walked on in. They like to see that sign out front. They like the particular rips they saw, and they just wanted to walk on in. So they walked on in and scored themselves a date because they are registered. They're truly registered already, and they can do that. If they're not, maybe they should get registered before they take the vacation, No matter what, and it conflicts. It's funny, as I've been reading through TAP, what I sent President Bush, it's really a mess. In some cases, there's some math that's off, obviously. And I misquote the Bible sometimes. I'll get 1 Timothy confused with 2 Timothy, things like that. I originally wrote there'd be a certain amount of refunds for advance payment by the tricks. And that idea is revoked. No, there are no refunds. You pay 2 hours in advance, you got 2 hours in advance. Simple as that. That rip or rips and those flips are putting their time on the side. They're actually booking you in. And you can't just leave them hanging and cancel. Oh, well, I showed up, I had my orgasm in 3 minutes, and I want to leave. No. You paid for it, you paid for it. Now, if you want to sit there for another 10 minutes and give it another go, you can do that. But, you paid for it in advance, you booked it, you're paying for it. There is no refund if you decide to leave early.